Hello guys, hope you are doing well. So today we are making Nigerian meat pie, okay? And this recipe is actually easy to put together, trust me. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So to begin, I'm going to make my fillings and to my pot or to a fry pan. Should I put it that way? I'm going to do some oil, add my chopped onion, then stir that to combine for about 2 minutes, and when that is done, I'm going to introduce my minced meat and also mix that to combine. Then next I'm going to add seasoning salt, then just stir on it as well so that the sweetness can penetrate into the meat. And you will know your meat is ready when it's no longer pink, okay? Then the next thing I'm going to add now is pepper. Then the next thing is to add Irish potato, carrots, then stir that to combine. Then the next thing to add is to add some water to that, so that it can cook properly. And that's exactly what I'm doing here, guys. So I'm going to stir on that again, then cover that to cook for a few minutes. And guys, after a few minutes of cooking, this is what it's looking like, and it's almost ready. And the next thing is to add my slurry. That is a mixture of all-purpose flour and water. You can also use cornstarch if you have it. So I'll go ahead to stir that to combine. And the next thing is to add my spring onion. Stir onions for about a minute or two, then set aside to keep cooling off for later use, okay? So the next thing is to make the dough, and already have my flour sifted in a bowl. Then the next thing is to add nutmeg and milk flavor, then mix that well to combine. Then the next thing is to add my butter. This is a cold butter and is a salted butter. So but if you are not using salted butter, I would advise you add salt to your flour, okay? And I'm going to mix that to combine until it look crumbling like this. Then the next thing is to add water and bind it or mix it very well to combine. And I like to add the water bit by bit so that I don't end up adding too much water. Then you want to knead that, mix it to combine, but don't over mix it, okay? And it's ready. So I didn't end up using all the water, and that's why I'm showing you that, okay? So I'm going to set that aside, and to make our oven base, because I'm not using oven for this. I don't have an oven, and I'm going to be using my pot as an oven. And this is me preparing this, and I'm going to place that on the fire. Eventually I remove the cover of pot that I use, but that's what I'll be using as my baking tray, okay? Then I've removed that, and I'm going to put this on the fire to preheat while I work my dough, okay? And it's already on the fire right now preheating. Then the next thing is to roll out my dough, and I'm using bottle as a rolling pin, then cover of flask of my food flask as the cutter. So this is just what I've achieved, and it's rounded. Then I just added the filling, then cover it very well, use fork to kind of seal up the edges, and voila, that is it, guys. But it's looking too small anyway, so I decided to use a cover of pot so that I can get a wider shape of meat pie. I like the filling to be much because I really want to enjoy that filling. Like, I like eating my meat pie with a lot of fillings inside. I don't know if you are like me too. So that's why I'm using a bigger one, and it's looking bigger just like how I like it. And it's all done right now. So I've put some in the cover of pot that I've created, and also another one in baking pan. And this is me, egg washing it. You want to, just so that you can have that shining look. And after that, I will take that into my preheated pot, and if it's oven you preheated, just place that in. Then I actually bake this in two different places, so which I did not show that part in this video because of time. So that the baking process can be easier. And that is it, guys. Just want to bake that for about 40 minutes to 1 hour, and that is what we have. I like how brown this looks and it looks so good. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.